Um, Hello. Um, my name is Jessica. Today is December 1st, 2011. Um, and wow. Um, is my head screwed on tight? So, yeah, everything's okay. Why in the heck would I start a video out with some sort of effect like that? Um, well, like I said, today is December 1st, 2011, and I should be at work, and I'm not. Um, I just got off my weekend and I went to work last night. And I gave him a piece of paper to update because my fiance was in the hospital, and I'm requesting the next 2 months that I have my 2 days off, my weekends. Because right now they got it to where you have to work one of your days off. And it's like, no, I did help care for her. Some family thing in the employee handbook. So I'm doing all that, starting to. So anyway, uh, I handed them a piece of paper, and they basically turned me around. I mean, because I was getting ready to leave, and they said, "No, you got to stay right here." And I don't know if you know what those little, they're like a velvet bag. It's like Crown Royal comes in. Um, a little purple velvet bag. It says, golden letters, says Crown Royal on it. A nice little curve. Got a little drawstring. It used to be the thing back in the days. But um, so they hand me this bag, and they're like, "What is this? You drove this truck?" Because I drive a big rig, 18-wheeler, and they got me bouncing around in different trucks right now. I don't have an assigned truck, but I did drive the truck. They said they found this. So anyway, I picked that bag up, the Crown Royal bag. I, I don't know what the heck this is, and I was like to myself, "What am I supposed to do?" So I open it up, I reach in there, and pull. It must have been a whole handful of little plastic baggies, like that, and maybe like a couple like that. Um, there must have been about 20 of them, and there was residue in them. You know, back in 2001 is when I quit, so I knew what they were. I knew exactly what they were. I was very familiar with that. But I haven't done drugs since 2001, um, um, which I'm very, very. I don't even worry about that. That's why I'm a truck driver. So anyway, I was like, "Hey, this ain't mine. Let's go. We're gonna get the drug test." And I told him later too. I was like, you know what? If that was really mine, those empty bags wouldn't have been there. Um, they wouldn't have been there. I would have been licking them all clean. Back in my old days, I used to do that. Turn them inside out, put them in my mouth, and chew them. Make sure I got all the residue. I mean, my teeth ain't nasty for a reason. I mean, for no reason. That's part of the reason with my drug days. Like I said, that's been 2001. And I'm taking care of my teeth now. I'm going to the dentist. I just had a cleaning the other day. They were so bad they have to do 2 cleanings. And I'm just getting prepared for the dentures. I don't think I'm going to be able to afford implants, but anyway, I'll get those implanted probably. My teeth probably have dentures. I don't know. Anyway, so they took me in. They had to get me drug tested. You can sort of see federal drug testing, custody and control form. Why in the heck that focus? I have no idea. I always get, but anyway, I know if I hold it way back here, it won't. So it's a whole form. It's because I am a truck driver. I drive a big rig, and hey, I'm in this big truck. You're in this small little 4-wheeler. You don't want me all doped up in this big truck, riding right along next to you, going around a corner, or even in city traffic. It's just not a risk I'm willing to take. I know they got cures in a bottle. Um, you know, they sort of piss me. When I take a blood or piss test, I piss. They say fill it up to here. I said, I'm filling it up all the way. You're gonna deal with the nasty crap. If I got to piss in the damn cup, you're gonna get what I give you. And I usually fill it up all the way. And I was sitting there waiting in the waiting room, and I was like, I'm thinking to myself, because I'm not out at work, and I wanted to tell him so much, hey, I can't be doing drugs. I'm on estrogen, I'm on Provera, I'm on spironolactone, and I get blood tests every 3 months. I don't need to be messing with drugs. I didn't. I'm not out at work, so I didn't tell him. But taking the spironolactone when I first wake up, I had to go piss. I didn't have a problem at all. I gave them plenty of piss. They did 2 tests on me. They did the quick result, the instant result, and it showed up all negative, obviously. And then they did the federal DOT regulated Department of Transportation, for those in other countries. So, like I said, it's something because of my driver's license, because of my career, I give my piss freely at any time. I don't, And I've researched this because of that. Before I started HRT, this was one of my concerns, was do they check estrogen levels? Do they check testosterone? I mean, if I go in there and I piss in a jug or piss in a cup and they analyze it, is it going to come back denied because there's too much estrogen? Are they going to say, hey, you had a lady piss for you? From what I found out, they don't do that. So, that'd be interesting. They didn't ask what medications I was on. And usually the federal, they don't care. I mean, even if you're on over-the-counter medicines that show up, you should know them, and you should not be driving a big rig. It's like when I had those teeth pulled, and I can't remember, hydrocodone I was on. I was not allowed to get behind that wheel of that big rig for 24 hours after I took one pill. And I had my teeth cleaned. He numbed them on the 29th. It should be fine now. I don't think there's nothing in that that'll pop up. And I ain't worried about it. I don't do drugs. I know there's transgender people, however, that do drugs. Personally, for me, it's a no-no. I'd rather spend my money on laser treatments, even though, my laser's not, well, it's working a little bit. It's still sandpaper down. I need to get this done. This is my sore spot now. But, still all red. I'm just going to have to let it grow out and do electrolysis, I think. Too many gray hairs. Got my eyebrows done, too. See, I got many other things. And I don't want a fancy car. Instead of spending $15,000, $20,000 on a fancy car, I spend $15,000, $20,000 on a good body. But anyway, I'm not out at work, so I didn't find any of that. I'm waiting. I'm off work. This does affect me. That's why it's going in my log. I gotta slow these videos down. This is my 4th video already. This month just started. The last video don't count because that's a recap video, so I should be alright, but it's still, this is 04D. So I need to slow these videos down. Unless it affects me, I'm not going to make a video, and this does affect me. I don't know if it's something planted or, because I'm asking for my weekends off, or if there is somebody that I'm working with that actually is doing it, whatever. I don't need coworkers like that either. And I told them, I said, I need to pay better attention to my surroundings. They said they found it in the upper cubby hole. And I tell them, I said, I don't normally look in those things because they're daytime drivers. It's their trucks. You got me bouncing around on so many trucks. They usually got fittings and everything else up there, for hauling salt water in the oil field. And I just don't mess around. But I guess I got to start. Because if I would have got pulled over by an officer for a tail light out or whatever, and they wanted to do it, they could do an inspection on the truck at any time. If they would have found that, it would have been my ticket, whether it was mine or not. It would have been my ticket. Because they don't buy that. It's not my routine. So they told me they were going to test the daytime person that drives the truck, and they were also going to test the person that reported it. I guess it was a different person. If all 3 of us show up negative, I don't know what's going to happen, because When I told them about, hey, I lick the bags, back in my old days, that's what I used to do. 10 years ago. And they're like, well, we don't think people are, we think it's distribution. And I'm like, so I don't know if they're going to try to put a distribution thing, or if they can, or if they can try, if all three of us show up negative, if they can get rid of all three of us. I don't know. I mean, I know it's a no tolerance. It wouldn't be right if I got canned over that, though. They shouldn't have to have proof. But I don't know. Here I am over-analyzing, over-worrying. It's something I do, and it should be all right. I should be going back to work Friday night, which is tomorrow night. So I'm off last night. Today's the first. Be off tonight. I should be going back to work tomorrow night, hopefully if the results come back in. If not, I'll probably have to wait till Monday. It just seemed like something planted, though, because even if somebody's doing it or somebody's dealing it, I doubt they would have that many empty plastic baggies with them. And this involves drugs. I mean, I'm bouncing all over the place. I need to end this video, but my 2 cents is, hey, it's something I gave up a long time ago. I've even had to cut down my drinking. My cigarette, my electronic cigarette. I used to smoke 3 packs a day. This thing has no nicotine in it no more. I still do it, just for habit. It still gives me the vapor, the warm, and it's got a nice flavor. Right now I think we've got grape in there. So I still do this, and I just try to take better care of myself. So anyway, I wanted to document this in my log, my diary, even though I just made a video. That one was more edited anyway. I'm going to spend the next couple of days. I'm going to try to get this electrical wiring in, that insulated. It's starting to get cold, so I'll use a couple of days to my advantage. It's just kind of a bummer. 2 days, no pay. For something that, hey, this ain't a debate whether if you're transgender, do drugs, or whatever. For me, that's a no-no. I always say at the end of my videos, be true and be yourself. I don't know how you can be true and be yourself all doped up. I don't know, can you? Seriously. Can you be true and be yourself? I don't know. I got too much riding on my transition. I got a long ways to go. It's just starting. So I don't do drugs personally. I laugh at drug tests, which is good. I don't worry about it. But I just wanted to fill everybody in and give everybody an update. This is important, so it's being logged. And like I said, I used to do drugs, and I'm sorry. When I walk around like this, and I do this, and I do that, and, oh my gosh, I'm freaking out, and are they there? Is somebody there? Wait, where did they go? That ain't me. No more. I'm a lot healthier. I don't know. Like I said, I know there's transgender people that do drugs, street drugs I'm talking about. They're still my sisters. I still love them. It's just not my cup of tea. Been there, done it. I'm not older. I'm not wiser. It's just, I don't know. I'm not preaching again. I hate preachers. I hate the born-again attitudes. I don't like born-again attitudes. I don't know. But anyway, I just wanted to document this. Again, today is December 1st, 2011. And, hey, till next time, be true. Be yourself. Peace.